Okay. So, map 4. You've got the Symmetra strategy here from the fuel. A lot of teams have been doing this. And it's really good on Hanamura, right? There's like a few teleport spaces that you have. You can teleport from here to the top left over here. I'll just do it like this. That's easier for you guys. You can teleport from here to here. You can teleport from main to here. Teleport from main to there like the Dallas is doing. Teleport from main to bottom right. Right, there's so many TP spots. You can always TP away from where the enemy team is holding. Now, this would be great for the Dallas Fuel, right? To like get somewhere, rotate point, TP point, get point control, set up your sim turrets, everything. But I feel like they just did this. They didn't scout where the shock was. Shock's already sitting on point here, very smartly. And now Smurf over here, he is pulling the entirety to Dallas Fuel with a great pull. This is not the end of the world for the Dallas Fuel, obviously, but it kind of ruins their plan of, we're up here, we're going to drop, set up our turrets so they can't push us and farm our Symmetra ult. So nice pull there from Smurf. And I kind of like this adaptation from the Dallas Fuel because honestly, or from the shock, I mean, like just sitting on point and starting on point. Because honestly, a lot of teams have been starting Symmetra on this point. It's the same for like Lijiang Night Market, right? Every team plays the same there because once you get on point and you get your turrets up, it's super strong. Okay, so the shock go and rush in, right? This is kind of what you want to do against Symmetra. You don't want to give her time to start farming and get her beam up, right? She farms the beam very quick, and especially when she gets to shoot shield or shoot Maywall, she gets to farm it for free. So you kind of want to rush in before she can charge her beam up, before she can set up all her turrets, before she gets that critical mass of shield break, So I love this aggression from the shock. They wait until they have Smurf pull up again, then they speed boost in, and you see how they're all in there? This wall from Rascal is interesting, but I think it's very good. And they're just going to go hard and try and kill the Symmetra, and if they can't, then they lose, but if they can, then they win. So they get a freeze on her, and they end up even killing her. So that fight looked very good for the shock, even though Striker didn't get too much done. Just the tanks and the Moira for the shock. Doing a lot of work there. They've killed the Symmetra. Now the main damage source for the fuel is gone. And now the rest of this fight should be easy pickings for the San Francisco Shock. Yeah. Nice wall from Doa actually. Rascal even gets frozen. He ends up falling. But at the end of the day, the K is dead, and he is a lot of the damage here for the Dallas Fuel. Rascal's gonna take a while to get there. That'll take quite a while. He can like make this jump of this wall, so we'll get there a little bit quicker. But obviously, the Dallas Fuel will regroup faster, and they'll probably go for another TP play. Is it gonna be the same one? Oh no, this time it's just bottom right, straight up. I guess they know Rascal is in there, so they just want to take that. Oh, it's even a 6v4 right now because Moth went to pick up Rascal, which might be an error, to be honest. Like, if you see how fast Fuel were able to return there because of the speed boost and the teleport, in hindsight, Moth picking up Rascal here might have been an error. Because now they're 4v6, right? Good wall too. They're just gonna get ran down. Oh, nice try on the pull. But yes, very good aggressive play there from the Dallas Fuel. Oh, and a big boop. What? Moth boops everybody. What? What the frickety frackety? Troy's dead. The Dallas Fuel are engaging. The K has beam. It's massive. The supercharger's out. I guess the bongo's gonna come out from Violet. Supercharged bongo, good combo. Maybe the Dallas Fuel could have kept going here. And this wall from Doa might have been misplaced. Property Hanamura is now my property. Yeah, I guess he's just trying to get the angle here on. Oh, yeah, he tries to like place it so no one can pass behind it. But if he placed it just more back, right here, Smurf and Choi wouldn't have been able to escape. And then Smurf wouldn't have been able to bongo. So you see how these small things, like, oh, I left a little gap in the wall. No big deal, right? No, big deal. Because Smurf is actually the one that kind of turns this fight around too. Where him getting away with his fortify like this allows him to bongo. You know? They probably could have killed the wall either way, even if it was placed perfectly. Oh, in hindsight, probably not too big a deal. But then this is a big deal. Moth comes in. Fucking Scooter Lucio, man. Closer misses the boop on him. And then Closer and Doa go to fight Rascal. And Moth's like, hippity hoppity, get on my property. Whee! Rip. Nice boop there from Moth. Wow. Clutching the fight for them. And that bongo too. Don't forget bongo. But very good fight for the Shock, honestly. Like, they should have lost that fight. That was a crazy good engage for the field. They insta-killed Choyobin. And after that, man, that's rough. Okay. Oh, he made the jump. Imagine if he wouldn't have made the jump. Dude, they're jump kings. Huh? Smurf versus Gap. Smurf makes the walk up. Presses the spacebar. Moth checks if he's making it. Perfect execution. What a jump. Did Moth use the speed boost for him? No, he didn't even speed boost. Smurf's just a god. Jumping puzzle successful. Imagine missing that jump with speed. I mean, it wasn't speed boost. That's a hard jump. Okay. So the field TPing in again. Probably top left or next to it. Doesn't matter too much. They TP. Yeah, it was on speed. But not amp. I meant amp. Sorry, guys. I love Symmetra ults like this. This is how you Symmetra ult. For any Symmetra wanners, you just put it on a point, you split the point in two, and then you just put your turrets, like, you know, next to the wall on one side. And you use it early because it lasts 20 seconds. Like, wall is one of the best ults in the game. It's so good. Look at this. The kid can just play around it, farm his beam. He's now getting Sigma ulted though. The kid, where's his? Oh, his team got walled off. Kid's gonna die. Oh. I don't think the K should be in front of the team though. Yeah, I like the Symmetra ult, but you can do that from where Gamsu is too, and you can walk in to get her. Because now his team gets walled off. He's frontlining it. Gamsu decides to stay behind, and now they're screwed, you know? Boy comes in with the ult. Note also ults, but you can't have your Symmetra die early in the fight like that. Symmetra's like a lot of your damage, especially like they're not playing Moira. They're playing Baptiste to be able to drone the Symmetra. So it's like putting more eggs in your Symmetra basket, you know? Like really not good, that push from the K. Like, also Gamsu needs to grow his cojones there. He was playing like really far back too, right? But if you're Symmetra ulting like that, you just need to press W. You have so much shield. That thing is 5,000 HP. Oh, and then Rascal also Mei ults, just because he can, I guess. Oh, and then they also beat. You should have taken the L there closer. They just used Mei ult. They kind of overspent. Look, this wall. The Reaper's on top of him. Closer's like, I'll save you. No worries. Wee. Oh. He might have already died before he even used beat. I'll save you. No problem, Doa. Oh, Doa didn't even get it. Fuck. And me. Okay, that was an unlucky beat for Closer. Now, few have swapped over to a more normal comp. But again, because they had just used that beat, they're now still in an ult deficit, right? They had saved that beat. The ults would have been fairly even. They would have had a good chance to win this next fight. But now, they've Mei ult. Moff's likely going to beat it. And then they don't have their own beat to counter, you know? Striker fighting in it. They force Striker Wraith, which is a good start to a fight, right? If you could force Reaper Wraith like that, but using too much on your own. It's good. Oh, great. What is that wall? That's disgusting. That's such a good wall from Rascal. So he uses this wall first, right? They get the Wraith. They walk in. He used this wall to be able to walk in. But then this wall from Rascal. Gross. Fucking no, can't get out on the side. Nobody can come around easily. That's a really good wall from Rascal. That's like pixel perfect. Moira ult comes out. Yeah, and that wall from Rascal to set that up. Stay hydrated, chat. Okay. Next fight. Few walk in aggressively bongo. Very aggressively. Maybe a little too aggressively. Where's the bongo right now? Because if Rascal just walls this and they kill the bongo real quick, not that great. The bongo from Smurf comes out, which, again, I really feel like he could have just placed it over here. Like, putting it quick is good, right? Being able to outspam the enemy team is good. But if he just puts it a little bit safer and then they start poking the enemy bongo, that's better. They do a good job of helping the bongo though. Choi uses a shift just for the bongo. They get the enemy bongo in time, right? But it's still gonna die. I feel like if they just placed it around there, they can still do all of that easily. But it just wouldn't die. That thing lasts 15 seconds. Now it lasted like 7. Which is still a long time. Because they pocketed it so well, right? But, I don't think it's that much of a tempo loss. To just from here, go to here for 1 second. And then come back, right? Just put that bongo down real quick. Should Gamsu have sacrificed his health as well for the bongo? Yes, definitely. Bongo is mega OP. You keep bongo alive, you win. Oh, nice pull Sigma ult from Choi, and I mean at this point the Shock just have way more ults than the fuel. But yeah, a bunch of arrows coming out there for the fuel on this attack. I feel like the first fight just was really good from Shock. Like the aggression on the Symmetra was like really good. Nice wall. Obviously could have been played a little bit better by the fuel, but considering, just well played by Shock. But the ult management and how they use their ults, like when they put that Symmetra ult on point, fuel should have won that. When they were 6v4 and they killed Choi, fuel probably should have won that. You know, there were a few minor mistakes. But overall, really good defense from the Shock too. Also, the beat from closer, right, which I don't have later. Okay, and again, Fuel are playing spam, and I kind of like spam when you only have to hold first point, right? I feel this. If the K can continually pop off and get picks, that's really, really good for them. So I don't mind this from the field. Of course, Shock is Shock, so they're going to have their own rotations against this. Maybe Dora should have went his signature Junkrat here. But Mei is also just really good. So, oh, nice wall and pull from the Dallas Fuel. Great job there. Another good pull. Okay. Problem here for Dallas Fuel is their ults are all very slow to farm. Like, except for Baptiste ult, but it's a healer ult, and they haven't taken that much damage because they have more spam than the enemy team. So Violet just farms Cole much faster than all the ults on Fuel. So if Fuel is able to win the next fight, they have such high impact ults, they could maybe full hold. But first they have to, you know, win a very disadvantageous fight for them. So let's see how that pans out. And according to the timer, that doesn't pan out very well. The Cole comes in. Gamsu gets sped back, or like speeds back with the Fortify on. So it's not too bad so far. But then Note gets pulled off. Could Note have put a shield? in front of him. Or like behind him at least, to kind of block the pull. Let's watch that again. Okay. So they come in. The pull comes out. Doa's wall comes out. Which was actually okay because it blocks. Oh, never mind, it's bad. This Violet can just walk past it. If it was a little bit better, if this was also blocked, and that he would have completely blocked Violet, that would have been a great ult, because Violet would have had to go all the way around. Anyway. Yobin right now is flying on the K. Doing good. And then, yeah, Note gets pulled because he just didn't have a shield up. You should just have a shield up here. Because there's not much damage on the shield anyway. But I digress. And then at that point, I mean, the Shock has basically completed their mission, right? Get the point safe, put pressure on the enemy team. They only need one tick. Yobin even eats the K's ult. Good attack there from the Shock. And really, if you had won that fight, their ults were actually really good to like full hold. You know, they had Transcendence, Baptiste, all that kind of stuff. So that was really the fight they needed to win.